We're looking at the earliest connections between Judaism and space to all of the contributions, achievements, technological advances, pop culture influences, sci-fi influences, to contemporary missions, including the Artemis. We feature Jessica Meir as one of the pioneering women in all of her accomplishments, and she is tied to the Artemis project and likely will be the first woman to walk on the moon if she's part of that mission. So there's really something for everyone, and it allows people to dive a little deeper into that final frontier, if you will. In a time when we have so many things that are kind of dividing us, to be able to explore a topic like space and technological advancement and the US aiming to get back to the moon, these are topics and individuals who are working for the betterment of mankind, and hopefully will bring people together in their interest in wanting to explore that. So we know Leonard Nimoy, who, along with William Shatner, two Jewish actors who starred on the original Star Trek. Leonard Nimoy was born and raised in Boston and attended synagogue. He spoke Yiddish fluently. He thought back to a memory that he had of attending synagogue and seeing the Kohanim, which are high priests. And that is a descendant from Aaron, the brother of Moses, who is considered the first high priest. And there is a blessing to the congregation where they hold their hands out, splitting their fingers like this to bless the congregation. And this is the letter Shin in Hebrew, which is the letter that begins many prominent words, not the least of which is shalom, which is hello, goodbye, and peace. So this, unbeknownst to many people out there, many Trekkie fans, this has origins in Jewish tradition and Jewish prayer. And Leonard Nimoy had the foresight to tap it and to make it the everlasting symbol of live long and prosper. So looking back to Star Trek, thinking about when it came on the air, you're heading into what is the height of the civil rights movement. And here is this franchise with this intentionally diverse cast. You have Jewish individuals, you have an Asian American, you have in George Takei, of course, you have Nichelle Nichols, who is pioneering. We just lost her, but her legacy as far as being a woman of color, even just a woman at that time in a role to be able to inspire women and women of color to say, hey, if this is something I'm interested in, I can go out there and it's possible. And here comes this show with not only this diverse cast, but it's placed in somewhat of a futuristic, utopian society where people from all different backgrounds get along. There is the idea of betterment for all mankind. So being able to highlight, even if it's a fictionalized franchise, that shows this looking to the future and looking for ways that we come together as a society, as a people, is inspiring and a lot of food for thought in terms of the environment that we find ourselves in today. Mel Brooks. So Mel Brooks is a Jewish comedian well known for his parody work. And at the end of a film called History of the World Part 1, he does a parody trailer for a film called Jews in Space. There's a fantastic connection to Hanukkah. So one of the things that I learned in researching this exhibit is that astronauts are allowed to bring a certain number of personal items into space. And one of the individuals who's really been noted for that in terms of the Judaic items he has brought is Jeffrey Hoffman. Jeffrey brought a Torah into space at one point and read from the Torah.
This is a special Torah. But I think a lot of people don't appreciate what it went through.
but he was in space at one point over the holiday of Hanukkah. And he thought, what are some things I can bring and that might be able to allow me to celebrate this while I'm in space? So he brought with him a portable menorah, but also a dreidel. A dreidel is a spinning top that has Hebrew letters on 4 sides. It's a game that you play. And he brought this dreidel into space, as you can imagine, with 0 gravity. It spun for a really long time, but also he was looking at what are some of the ways that he might reinterpret the rules for this game, knowing that there's no up or down. So, we have this great clip of Jeffrey spinning this dreidel, and, people in Houston who are broadcasting to the entire country kind of saying, hey, what do you have there and what are you doing with it? So it was a great opportunity to showcase these pieces of Judaica and to highlight the holiday of Hanukkah, and it's how it can be literally taken to the final frontier and explored and celebrated there.